What's up, guys? I was not originally going to make a video on this, but I found a couple things I think are pretty interesting, so I wanted to point them out. So this is going to be repairing a leak in a sunroof in an Infinity I30. So I'm working on this project Infinity here that we're trying to get back together for a customer so he can give it to his daughter. This thing has, like I said in the other video, been sitting for a really long time, and one of the problems was that the sunroof was leaking quite a bit, and it had some mildew and mold in the inside from being wet. So that's what I started off doing here, fixing this. Let me show you what I've already done. This is the sunroof that came out of the car. And as you can see, the seal is torn right here. It's actually missing a piece of it. And I've had some rust right here, possibly from the leak. I'm not really sure. So I went to the junkyard. We got another sunroof, which is in here now, as you can see. And its seal is in good shape all the way around. It looks good. I did have some trouble getting this in here because unfortunately the sunroof linkage over on this side is broken, so actually the sunroof can't move like it's supposed to, which was a challenge for the next part because it was leaking into the headliner. So let me show you what I did to get this out in case you run into a similar kind of problem. Disregard the mess. I did just start on this thing. All right, but basically with the sunroof, over here in the corners, I don't know if you'll even be able to see it, but over here in the corners, here and here, there are, and sometimes here, some of these have 3 nuts that hold them down. Some of them only have 2 on each side. So you've got 4 in this configuration. And if you can't open the sunroof, that's okay, because all you need to remove to get that out is this one plastic piece, which is only held on by one little thing right here. So basically it's going to be sitting up in here like this, and it's going to be held in by a plastic clip. You take that clip out, pull it out like that, and with that out of the way, you can reach those nuts to remove the sunroof. So that was one part of it. The next part though, as you know, all sunroofs allow some water to get past them. So they have a tray under this edge that collects what water makes it through, channels it into a tube that runs down the A-pillar and dumps under the car. Well, this one was dumping onto the headliner instead. So to remove the headliner enough to get to that, all you have to do is, I took this overhead console off the rear view mirror, both of the sun visors and this passenger's handle right here, and that loosened this up enough that I could pull it down. Once I could pull it down, I could just look right up in here, and you see this tube right here that runs into the car. This tube was completely off. It was over here, and I pulled it back up and attached it, and then I used a zip tie to tighten it to it so that it does not come off again. That's all I had to do to fix the leak though. So if you've got a leak in this area especially, or in that area, because there's a tube over on this side too, that's what you should check. That's what I had to fix. Now you do have to pull these A-pillar covers too. They just pop off, but be very careful with them because these cars are getting to be kind of old and they're very fragile. I had the one on this side crack when I went to pull it off. Didn't break, but it cracked, and so it can be challenging. But you see right here where the little clip holes go, so that's what you're detaching, and then that'll come off. So you just this, and if you wanted to pull it down further, you can take these out, but I didn't want to run the risk of cracking anything else, so I left them in because I could get this down enough to fix it anyway. So I've just got to reassemble now, and that part of this is done. But I just wanted to take a second to share that with anybody who might be chasing one of these problems. The next thing I'm going to be doing on this car is this. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of front end damage where this thing has been wrecked. So we're going to be pulling all of this off and replacing it with parts I got from the junkyard that are in good shape. We're going to be replacing the lighting and everything. That's it for this video though. Just wanted to kind of pass that off in case anyone's dealing with one of these. That little sunroof problem is not only common on Infinities, but W bodies and honestly everything with a sunroof. So just something to keep in mind in case when it rains or you go through a car wash, it's dripping on your head. That is definitely a possibility there if the drains are not just stopped up. But in this case, they weren't stopped up. The tube was just off, so the water was running in to the headliner. But I will go ahead and let you guys go. Drop me a comment, drop me a like. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.